All right, folks, it's Evans at IMR in Connecticut again. We have a different program for you. Yes, we are back up in CT. That's the CT shop. We're still making and fabricating stuff, but this time the TLXs aren't too crazy. We have the G70. Came all the way up from, I think it's Virginia this time. We got people coming in from all over the place. So pretty excited about this, and oh boy, it's starting to rain. Look at New England, guys. It's just like England. Anyway, we're gonna get this car so built up, so different. We're throwing a ton of mods on it. We can't wait to get it started. Let's go. All right, welcome back. Day number 2 here of working on this G70. It actually says Texas plates. We talked about it, but this person came up from Virginia. So shout out to them. We normally have a bunch of cars that come here, usually TLXs lately, but we've been having the G70s and the Stingers pop in a whole lot more. So shout out to those guys. It's a really cold morning up here, and that means it's like 50 degrees, so I still have my little hoodie on. By the way, you can get your IMR swag. We will be doing more of this stuff. If you guys are interested in more than just t-shirts, definitely let us know. You can get your swag from us at any time. We can do the embroidery, and that stuff comes out pretty nice. Also, I think I really need my morning smoothie. If you guys are up in the Connecticut area, like in the Vernon, Hartford area, best place to get smoothies is Emerald City Smoothies. They're over there in Evergreen Walk, and they just have the best smoothies. It's not like too sugary. It's actually made with like real fruits and vegetables. It's just good stuff. I feel better when I do that. Did my ab workout this morning. I'm ready to go get it. All right, so enough about me and what I need to get my day started. Workout felt good. I do need to go in on the exhaust. We're replacing the exhaust. This is gonna have Ark Performance exhaust. Should have been the IMR exhaust, but it's all good. No hate. They're going with our secondaries, and we are going to swap all that out today. We're going to swap out the suspension, which I think I mentioned before, and we're going to be working to get the intercooler all wrapped up on this. All right, in removing the intercooler, one of the first things you want to do is pop off the, I don't know if you want to call this I don't know if you want to call this a splash guard, but it's this upper cowling plastic piece that's in the engine bay right up to the front bumper cover. You're gonna have the little push pins that go in this area, and there look to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of them, and you just need to push down on them and pop them up. They come right out. I like using a flathead for that. Once you do that, it comes out. We removed the intakes, as you can see there already, and we started removing some of the map sensors and other parts that need to come out. Popped some of the clamps off. To remove the bumper, you will need to go ahead and remove the 8mm head screw that goes on both sides of the car, right in there. And once you do that, you remove another screw that's in the wheel well on both sides, and these push pins again that lock their wheel lining in place, the splash shield or splash guard. And then you just pry up on this section here and it comes off like that. And up top, same thing there. That's what that looks like. And up top, same thing there. Once you do that, you can just pull the bumper right off the front of the car, and you have to hold it or suspend it. Keep the car low enough to the ground so you can kind of let it rest on its bottom and not on the face of the bumper where you'd scratch the paint. And you want to come on over to the driver's side and make sure that you release this clip. This harness will actually hold you from taking it off. So what you want to do, just what I did there, press that little piece in and pull this out. And when you pull it back like that, it's able to separate. There you have the OEM intercooler. We're going to replace that with something much sexier. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, everybody, time to give an update. So as we spoke earlier about all of the different tasks we had going on, we talked about wheels. So here you go. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. VFRTINI. But they look very beautiful. They're a nice touch on the car. Nice accents. The front face looks machined, and then it's all clear coated. It's like a dark finish. It's not exactly a shiny machine finish. So I think it complements it well. We were able to get the Eibach springs on there, so this should lower it a bit, close some of that wheel gap. Obviously you see what's there because it's on lift. In the engine bay, we did quite a bit. So now you see the engine intakes. So we didn't show you the install of that, but here's the final product. And then obviously you have the IMR intercooler charge pipes, our custom couplers, which we finally have done, and we have our German style worm gear clamps, which take a good amount of torque, about 38 foot-pounds of torque, and they do clamp down pretty good. Next you can see our design of our collector that has the merge collector that has the blow-off valves and their mounts tilted towards the front, so you get nice spacing from the wheel to the radiator and the gap between them and the blow-off valve. So all that's there, and you can appreciate the VelossaTech Snorkles. We'll show you what that looks like when it's illuminated. There you go. A thing of beauty. I think this car definitely is going to have quite a presence with all of the Adro carbon fiber. You can see behind that, now you have the IMR front mount intercooler. Thing of beauty. And yes, you don't see all of the logo there popping, but that's okay. It leaves a little bit of mystery, but for those who know, they know. They know what's already going on in the engine bay. So there it is. Next, let's take you underneath and show you a little bit about the exhaust system. All right, so now we're underneath the car. You can see the IMR Secondary Downpipes. As usual, folks, we went ahead and elected to put the flex sections in there. For those of you who aren't familiar, that's what it is. It's actually a piece of pipe that has flexible, it's almost corrugated on the inside, but it allows for flex. And what that does is, picture your engine when you accelerate hard and get off the throttle quickly. All of those cause engine movement. When your pipes are hard mounted to your engine, what happens? Well, the pipes get stressed. And so we believe that adding these flex sections are a great way to eliminate that stress on the pipe, eliminate the stress on the brackets, and so forth. So great fitment with the brackets, great fitment to the flanges on the Ark exhaust. We were able to get everything to mate up nicely. And so here's a better shot of the Ark exhaust now as we walk towards the back of the car. We were able to get sufficient clearance in most places. I will say that is still a little close, but we did what we could to ensure that she doesn't rattle on the heat shield by trying to create some space. But overall, we're pleased with the positioning and placement of the exhaust in the bumper insert. And again, seeing that Adro on the rear diffuser just looks sexy.
Get it.
All right, everybody. I walked you around the car. I showed you guys all the mods that we did. This was quite a build, and you can't see him, but I'm sitting here with my customer, and he came from quite far, and we did a bunch of mods. So let's go over that mod list again. We did a JB4 with the wireless connect, the EGW wires, HKS spark plugs, IMR front mount intercooler. We're talking the full kit with all the charge piping, powder coated. And we also did the Injen Intakes. So next we did the IMR Secondary Downpipes. And then we did the Ark exhaust. We did Eibach springs, and we also did the rims that we showed you. The net effect is that the car is completely transformed, and this is actually just quite an amazing experience. So we connected the JB4, we put it right to map 2. That's safe for, 91, 93 octane, and you could just floor it. Obviously let your car come to temperature, but let's let you see what that looks like here, or what it feels like. So we're set up here, we're at temperature, and we're gonna see how it has transformed this car. So let's line up. All right, 3, 2, 1. Wow. Amazing experience. It's amazing, as I told you guys before, it is absolutely amazing to see and feel, experience what these JB4s do on these cars, map 2. I know everybody wants to go really fast and they want to maximize all the power the car can make, but for people who just want to really awaken their car, it just completely transforms it, folks. You could obviously get more power out of it, but map 2 JB4, it gets the job done with the EGW wires. We have no codes, we have no overboost, we have none of that drama after all these mods, and we just got the job done. So it's late. I think we're gonna sign out, let the customer take this car back home and enjoy it for himself.
All right, here we go. We finally finished everything up on this car, and she looks absolutely beautiful. We've been through quite a number of mods that we've shared with you, and we're not going to repeat all that, but we're just going to give you a little bit of a view from the distance on what the car looks like, what its profile's like with all the Adro that's been put on here. We did lower the vehicle with Eibach springs. We've got the new rims on there. We've got the VelossaTech on there. We've got the engine on there. We've got the IMR Intercooler. We put the JB4 on with the wireless connect. There is the intercooler. And so we were able to also put on the new HKS plugs. And this thing rips just like you would expect when the car's put in map 2 and you floor it, it does what it's supposed to do. Again, my opinion, best bang for your buck on these cars.